What is up, everybody? Tony here, and welcome to another episode of Super Saiyan Review Super Saiyan. Today, we're taking a look at episode 113 of Dragon Ball Super, titled Thrilled! Fighting Maniac Saiyans Battle Again. Maybe that makes sense in Japanese. I don't know. But nonetheless, let's get right into this episode recap. This entire episode is centered around one fight, which is Goku versus Caulifla. The fight starts immediately with Caulifla in Super Saiyan 2, but Goku is still trying to regain his stamina from the Jiren fight, so he's only able to fight in his base form, at least for the time being. Despite the two of them fighting for the survival of their respective universes, they communicate like they're buddies. Caulifla asks Goku to teach her how to achieve Super Saiyan 3, and Goku's like, yeah, sure, I could do that, no problem. Like, what is this? What is this? While this tomfoolery is going on in the background, Beerus and Champa argue about how this battle is gonna go down. Champa feels that this is Caulifla's chance to eliminate Goku, since he's still exhausted from the fight with Jiren. Beerus argues that eliminating Goku would be unwise, since he's the only one capable of eliminating Jiren. But Champa fires back, saying he's banking on Universe 6 winning by having the most fighters left when time expires. The two begin fighting, and to get an idea of their strength levels here, Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla is going even with an exhausted base form Goku. Goku begins to take the upper hand in the fight, and Champa is confused at how a Super Saiyan is losing. Yeah, tell that to poor Gotenks over here. Anyways, Whis explains that this is not street fighting, and in martial arts, the fighter with the better technique and experience will always come out on top. Goku uses his classic after-image technique and catches Caulifla with a strong attack. She's frustrated and feels like Goku is cheating by using this technique, but Goku responds saying that she'll never be able to achieve Super Saiyan 3 if she can't get around the after-image technique. So this kind of pisses Caulifla off, and she fires back with like a flurry of attacks, and it would appear that Caulifla is adapting more and more to Goku's fighting style, and all of the onlookers are like shocked by how impressive she's performing here. It's finally time for Goku to transform, and he goes Super Saiyan 2. Caulifla once again asks Goku to go Super Saiyan 3, but he still doesn't have the stamina to do so quite yet. So the two start going at it in Super Saiyan 2, and they trade blows back and forth. It's definitely a pretty cool fight scene here, where they're going back and forth, lots of hard hits, you see a lot of ki blasts and explosions. Krillin's amazed at the two Super Saiyan 2s going back and forth. Well, clearly Krillin hasn't been watching his Dragon Ball Z DVDs, because he missed the last time two Super Saiyan 2s went at it. Poor guy. Caulifla gains the upper hand in the battle, and in classic Goku fashion, he calls on Kale to join the fight. Kale is happy to join her sis, and now it's a 2-on-1. Kaioshin doesn't understand why Goku is choosing to take on two Super Saiyans at once, but Krillin tells him that's the way he's always been. Goku just chooses the harder path on purpose in order to push himself. Kale and Caulifla shoot a simultaneous ki blast at Goku, and Goku emerges from the smoke as a Super Saiyan 3, and I swear to God, this was probably the best Super Saiyan 3 has ever looked in any Dragon Ball animation ever. Like, just go watch this scene again, I'm telling you, it's so great. It's just a ridiculously badass looking scene right here. You got the blue undershirt Goku. Blue undershirt, for some reason, it just makes everything look cooler, okay? And that's definitely the case here. Unfortunately, it doesn't last too long because Goku still doesn't have the stamina to hold the Super Saiyan 3 form right now. Kale decides it's time to go full Broly and transforms into her Berserk Super Saiyan form. Goku smiles, and the episode ends with 22 minutes remaining in the Tournament of Power. However, what might be the most exciting part of this episode is actually the preview for next week's episode. It looks like Kale and Caulifla are actually going to perform a fusion through the Potara earrings. People have been speculating whether or not fusion would be allowed in the Tournament of Power. Well, I guess we just got our answer. It's allowed. And also, they seem to get their hands on Potara earrings somehow. Did they like have them in their pockets the whole time? Or are we going to see like the Universe 6 Kaioshin just throw some foreign objects into the tournament? But most importantly of all, can we expect Vegito to make an appearance in this arc? That would definitely be one way to eliminate the Jiren problem. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So overall thoughts on this episode? Honestly, it was a pretty cool episode. Like, I definitely enjoyed it. There's not really much more to say that I haven't said in the recap though, because the main thing that stood out to me in this episode was that it was 100% focused on this one single fight, which was Goku versus Caulifla. We didn't even cut away for our weekly 20-second look at the fight between Gohan, Piccolo, and those Universe 6 Namekians. We didn't get anything between Vegeta and Toppo at all, and it was just focused on this one fight this week, which is different. Most of the discussion I've seen coming out of episode 113 is surrounding 114 and the debut of Kafla, the fusion between Caulifla and Kale. It'll definitely be interesting to see how Goku will be able to fend off this fusion, since it's between two pretty powerful fighters, especially considering that he's still exhausted from that Jiren fight. If I had to make a prediction though, Goku will probably go Super Saiyan Blue, hold off Kafla, and then the fusion will wear off, and then I predict that Caulifla and Kale will be picked off and eliminated. That's just the way these things seem to go in Dragon Ball Super. You see a big new transformation or a fusion and everyone's going crazy, but then they don't end up actually getting the W in the end. They're just kind of brushed aside. But they look cool. They definitely look cool. Speaking of looking cool, the animation was kind of all over the place in this episode. There were a lot of moments where I was sitting there thinking, whoa, like this looks really good. Like that Super Saiyan 3 Goku scene that I was talking about earlier. But then after a scene or two, I'd see something that looked really bad, like poorly drawn and with some really wooden animation. I understand that this happens a lot in Dragon Ball, but it was a little disappointing because this episode showed some promise from an animation perspective. And as you can see from some of the screen caps that I've been showing in this video, there's some really nice shots throughout the whole episode. However, I do feel like they might be saving some of that animation budget for next week's episode, since it's a big moment with a big new character. You know, Toei seems to go all out when there's a new character or a transformation that's being shown off. So I am going to go into next week's episode with some pretty high expectations, honestly. And that's about it for today. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and if you liked the video and want to see more awesome Dragon Ball content, please hit that like and subscribe button, because I have a lot of stuff in the works, like always. I'll see you guys next week for the highly anticipated episode 114 and the birth of a new fusion. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and take care.